My dog knows basic commands and is super food motivated, but he's a flight risk and a jumper. He jumps a lot when we have guests over. I would love it if we could get him to stop jumping on everybody and listen. Any suggestions? This is a very common concern, common issue with families when they have guests over. Dogs are very interested in those interactions, really want to participate. So where I would start is by taking a look as to what my dog's daily activities are, especially on the side of socialization. Maybe my dog isn't getting to interact much with people. Even if they go for walks regularly, it doesn't provide them with an outlet where they can jump, perhaps even more so jump around dogs and run around dogs, be with dogs, burn a lot of that social energy that they have. That's where I would begin. I would recommend that as an outlet for really any dog whatsoever, regardless of the issue that we are tackling. But once my dog has that in place, an outlet for their need to jump, their need to run, their need to play, I would then look into what is my dog doing before the guests are coming over. Is he just laying down, resting, accumulating energy? And so when people come over, he feels the need to then jump, and that is perhaps something that's very rewarding for him. Of course, there's a lot going on when people are coming through the door, but even more so when he jumps and he gets a reaction out of us. And so it's a really, really worthy behavior for him to repeat over and over again. Is that potentially what's happening? If so, what we want to do is really manage that situation by providing our dogs with a different behavior to practice instead. So if we don't want jumping, if we don't want a dog to run away, what do we want them to do? We want them to choose to come to us. Here the person asks if it would be possible to have the dog come when called. 100%. It's quite a tall order, especially if the behavior of jumping or running away is already rather established. But until then, where you can start is with having a leash. Having a leash where if you know the guests are coming over at 5 o'clock, you first start with making sure that your dog has had some great outlets for their mental and physical energy. Maybe got to go for a walk and play with a dog. But then once 5 o'clock is coming, maybe I'll have a leash over because people are about to start coming in, and I'll have someone else answer the door, ask someone else to open the door, to start inviting people in. And while they do that, I am guiding my dog walk away from that. I'm guiding my dog to do other things. I am guiding my dog to play with me. I am guiding my dog to come to the backyard with me, maybe even go for a walk. That way we are completely preventing the behavior of jumping, because we're nowhere near people coming in quite yet. We're not ready for that quite yet. And we are showing our dogs that, hey, instead of jumping, we can walk away. We can do something else. It's quite a tall order, but if you start with having it be done with you, with your dog doing it with you, then at least it's something that they see is possible. And ultimately, it can also be something that is rewarding, right? And so what I would recommend is definitely having a leash ready to go, guiding your dog that way. And once maybe you start to see that your dog is settling, starting to just feel a little bit more mellow, out of having to fight that urge to go towards the door, having to fight that urge to go towards people and jump on them, because obviously he's on leash and walking around with you, that's going to drain a lot of mental energy. And then as a result, it's going to slow him down quite a bit, where you then feel as though you can guide him towards the people that have just come in, and maybe he's not going to jump then, and you of course reward that, and just for a few seconds, and then you help him walk away, and then you come back for a few more seconds, and then you walk away. That's how you're essentially letting your dog know, we're gonna greet these people, we're gonna get to see them, but this is how, and this is in which mindset I want you to greet them. And when you do greet them in a nice way and you don't jump, here's a reward for that. Here's my attention, here's my voice to let you know that you've done something I like. So that's really how I would go about it. That's what I would repeat on a daily basis. I would definitely practice it with anyone that comes through the door, making sure that they let you know, hey, we're about to arrive, so they can prepare, and guide your dog through it so they can be much more successful.